Laura wanted to watch.
There you go. I sent it to you.
You know that Laura chick? Yeah, she likes farts.
Wow.
I heard she's got a gas mask, but it's actually like fart gas.
Yeah, it's like the jackass mask.
Yeah.
She collects the stinkiest farts. Sniffs them.
God gives the stinkiest farts to his stinkiest soldiers.
I don't even know if she's watching yet.
Or just say that to an audience and then...
Here. Wait a minute. I'm gonna call her.
The one time Austin gets like a fan base.
I know. It's like when SpongeBob's telling jokes and fucking he can only make people laugh when he's bullying Sandy. I wanted to check to see if you were watching the stream yet.
I am.
Okay. Damien, Damien, do your bit again. She's here now.
Oh. That Laura chick, I heard she likes farts. That was it.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it was your turn, but
Oh.
you missed. It's not organic anymore. She kind of ruined it by being here, like
I mean,
late.
she'll rewatch the stream.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, fucking Josh is dying.
Oh fuck!
I'm
okay.
Okay, Josh, you got to do your line, man. It's not funny.
No,
if
I said she's got a gas mask that collects farts. Now it's your turn again, Damien.
I think he was talking about the stinkiest soldiers.
God gives the stinkiest farts to his stinkiest soldiers.
Yeah, you were saying that she collects farts, and God gives his stinkiest farts to his stinkiest soldiers.
God, you could just hear me cackling and dying.
Why are we talking about me and farts?
Because Damien was bullying you and as soon as I said I was starting the stream, and
He didn't choose to share a birthday with that motherfucker, okay? I'm sorry.
damn.
That doesn't mean to bully me. I'm sorry. I don't sniff butts, and I don't collect farts.
What a fart collector would say.
That is exactly what... You probably collect them in jars too, weirdo.
Yeah. You probably hold them in your mouth until you can get to your freaking pocket jar.
You probably hold farts in your mouth so then you could burp and say that was a stinky burp. Fucking freak.
God.
You saying that reminds me of a video of a guy. He worked at Discount Tire, and this lady was like having an argument with him, and she started walking away, and she's like, "You fucking bitch," and she's walking away.
Oh my god, I fucking saw that shit. That was so funny. 'Cause she said, "What did you say?"
You could tell he didn't mean to say it either. He's like trying to say it in his head, and he just fucking blurted it out. Oh my god, that was funny.
Oh man. I hope he still has a job. He probably doesn't, but...
No.
Okay, Poop, I'm gonna get off the phone, but...
Yeah, you can't be,
I just
can't
need your
be
live
5 seconds
reaction.
behind.
Stop bullying me.
Okay.
You're so easily bullyable, though.
Yeah, that shit was wild. It's
time for Reckoning Day.
I wish I could tell people that they're bitches.
I do.
Na 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 na.
Buddy boy, I got a shotgun and you're coming at me with your bare fists.
Everything on this fucking thing is turbo nozzle.
I could have been turbo.
The floor is not.
The floor is lava.
Are we just playing word association?
Huh?
Hmm? Name's Josh, I'm a tard. Josh, what's the best track in the Fallout soundtrack?
Best track? Like best
What's the best song?
game? Oh, Lazy Day Blues in New Vegas.
Give me your old, give me the Josh rendition.
It goes. Bow, 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 it's all music. It's whatever you call it.
Instrumental.
It's instrumental.
God.
What do you want from me, huh?
Nothing.
It's a good song.
It's a good show.
In Fallout 4, I'd say "Wander" by Dion. That's a good one.
That song that's like Congo, 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 I know only a jungle. No, 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 no.
No, that's called Bongo Bongo Bongo.
Yeah, that one. That one's good.
Bingle bangle bungle, I'm so happy in the jungle. That is a good one. You're right.
Red
Okay.
Rocket be hitting sometimes too.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
Yeah.
Straight and back.
Josh, what'd you think of the trailer for Atom Fall?
Adam, I haven't seen it yet.
I fucking sent it to you, you goddamn imbecile.
When did you send it to me?
I sent it to you and Damien so you could both react to it, and Damien and I could be like, wow, they're asset flipping. But I thought it was going to be multiplayer, but it's not. And I'm sad.
Oh.
It's single player.
When
did you
send it to me?
Fuck, it gotta be like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh. I'll watch it now.
It looks like World War II Fallout with a little bit of fantasy type shit. God, it is thick, Damien.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Soupy.
If it was
Mossy.
multiplayer, I'd come.
I know, like I said, I fucking thought it was gonna be multiplayer, but then I saw in another trailer that they put out it was gonna be single player only. I'm like, what? I don't think Rebellion has done a single player game in a long fucking time. Everything's been multiplayer. I guess that's probably their point. That's probably why they're doing it.
They could have made it 2-player though.
Yeah, I know. Every game should have a 2-player mode. Zero.
Every AAA game at least.
Yeah.
No!
Damien, what's
You
the
bitch!
You play a very weird selection of games, I would have to say, because you don't play a lot by yourself, especially right now. When was the last time you played a game with a female protagonist?
I never play as a
protagonist.
female. Girls are gross.
What'd you say, Damien? Josh was talking over you.
I don't
Oh,
think I ever have,
Really?
honestly. I
'Cause
can't remember the last time I did like that was like not me creating a character, but like an actual
Right.
like
Yeah, like a Laura Croft or a Samus Aran.
yeah. I've never played a Tomb Raider game
Yeah, neither have I.
or
'Cause I
Metroid.
yeah, 'cause I watched a like a short video essay earlier from my favorite game reviewer guy, and he was talking about female protagonists in AAA games in particular, because that game Hellblade 2 came out recently, and Senua, the main character, is female, and he was talking about how anytime that there's a AAA game with a female protagonist, and the game is trying to be like gritty and realistic, the only way that they seem to think that they can make their female character likable is to kick the fuck out of them. Because that's what they did in the reboot Tomb Raiders. That's what they did in Hellblade and The Last of Us. It's just like anytime that there's a female character, they're like, how can we make this character seem realistic? Oh, let's beat the fuck out of them. And he was saying that you have characters that are comparable, like Nathan Drake and Lara Croft are essentially the same characters. Uncharted came out in the dead zone of Tomb Raiders, like not being a franchise that existed at the time. There weren't games coming out for it. And Nathan Drake gets his shit pushed in all the time, but it's not like an inevitability. It's not just like the universe beating him up. It's because he's fucking dumb. He's doing the old Indiana Jones. But I haven't played a game with a female protagonist in a long time either. He also said that in games that he's played recently, like Stellar Blade or Bayonetta, it's like the games that are hyper-sexualized are also the games where the female characters are like confident, and like them being sexualized it's not a weakness. It's like that's just them being flamboyant, and that's part of their character. I just think it's neat. I like listening to video essays.
Yeah, I mean there's aren't a whole lot of like female protagonists.
Yeah.
in
Because
video
even
games.
like, if you just think of like the biggest of games, like obviously The Last of Us is huge. Horizon has a female protagonist, but I've never played that game either.
Yeah, and then like you don't even play as Ellie really until Last of Us Part 2.
Right.
Most of Last of Us Part, or just Last of Us is
Is
the other
Joel.
guy. Yeah.
But fucking which one was I gonna talk about? I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, but you have games like Red Dead that everybody loves, but you have a named character that you can't alter, and it's a dude. And there's like nothing wrong with that. Like it's just like when you're playing The Witcher. Obviously, that's based on a book first, but it's like when you're trying to tell a specific story, you kind of can't have a customizable character. And I think that's one of the reasons why the story of Far Cry 6 suffered so much. And Far Cry 5 did the same thing, but the villain was so much more well-rounded in Far Cry 5, I'd say. But in Far Cry 6, you're like, do you want to be male Danny or female Danny? Like, oh, so you're just like not a character at all. You're just like a cipher. You're supposed to put yourself into their place. Far Cry 6 was booty. And that was the first game with like they just had fucking Giancarlo Esposito just be the villain. Like, hey, just be yourself. Be the prick that you are in every role you play. It's like when they made Kevin Spacey the bad guy in Advanced Warfare. Just be yourself, dude.
Isn't he a bad guy in real life?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he
Also-
got acquitted of all of his charges.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he's not a bad guy in real life?
I don't know. They just
I
couldn't prove it.
Yeah, he's fucking rich, so could be anything. Did
Wait,
you guys hear
is it
about
bad?
Justin Timberlake getting arrested?
Yeah.
I didn't. That sounds awesome.
He got a DUI, and his arresting officer was too young to know who he was, and I think that's hilarious.
I wouldn't say too young. I think just too fucking dumb.
Just aloof
Yeah.
outside.
He was
of-
22.
Yeah, I mean,
That's old enough to know.
old
Like,
enough
they
to
were still,
I mean, I
he
feel
was
like
still making music whenever he was fucking.
right, but Justin
Middle school,
Timberlake
high school.
yeah, I mean, I still wouldn't say he was like uber relevant. Certainly not in the way that he used to be.
Yeah. I don't know if I would recognize Justin Timberlake, like just looking at him, but like if I saw his name, I'd be like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Justin Timberlake.
yeah, fucking Justin Timberlake. But yeah, no, I mean, I would recognize him because I saw a meme about him getting arrested before I saw the actual information. I said, oh, that's Justin Timberlake. I guess he got arrested. And then I saw the rest of the information later. I was like, oh, yeah, he did. But I think the most relevant he's been, like, if you didn't know the Backstreet Boys or fucking NSYNC or just be around that, was Trolls.
Yeah.
And that was like too much of a kiddie movie for us when it came out. So it's just like you're too young for the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and the boy bands. You're too old for Trolls. It could have just passed them all together. Where did he get arrested? In California?
North Carolina, I think.
North Carolina. Well,
What's he
He's
doing
on
all the way
tour
out
right
there?
it could be where he lives. I don't know.
He's on tour right now.
What'd you get, dumb fuck? I got no
That's apparently the one thing he said was, "This is gonna ruin the world tour." He
Yeah.
can't even fucking remember his name. But he remembered that he's gonna fucking ruin his life.
Jesus.
Or
He's not
his
gonna ruin
momentary
his
life.
Yeah.
His schedule.
Yeah. Oh man. What a dumb fuck. I got no sympathy for him. Not
Yeah.
rich people or fucking drinkers.
It's funny because there's a meme on Reddit, like the fucking, like one day before, like the day that he got arrested, there was a meme on Reddit of rich person can literally afford any mode of transportation and decides to drink and drive, and then
Okay.
he immediately got arrested that same day, and then they just started pasting his face on
Was
that
it-
same.
Was it the comic?
Yeah,
Yep, I saw that. I follow that comic artist.
the fucking same day. It's like
Mhm.
it's like they can fucking predict the future.
Yep. No, she fucking posted that's the one I was actually talking about, where they put the picture over the face of the original comic, and I was like, oh, that's Justin Timberlake, and I hadn't actually gotten the information yet. Like the actual, Justin Timberlake got arrested, but I was like, oh, that's a picture of Justin Timberlake. I guess he got arrested. Na, 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 na.
The goop is strong.
I'm fucking this is gonna take us a while. We're only 10%.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is the last level though. The fucking career mode, like circle is almost completely full. So this would seem like as much of a final boss as you could get in a game like this. Everything is thick goop. At least it's not rust.
Thick goop.
Goopy.
Goopy.
Josh, how would you react if you were hooking up with a girl and she asked you to spit in her mouth?
What, is she, like, Raider?
Say we'll give her a 9.
I'd spit in her mouth.
How would you do it? Would you do like
I'd go hak tui.
you'd huck a loogie in her mouth?
You'll have to experience.
Because one of the guys on my podcast was talking about it, that exact scenario happened to him. He was like, it was a real bad bitch, and she asked me to spit in her mouth, and I had never done that before, so I didn't know how she wanted it. So he said that he
Huck
did.
a loogie?
No, he did like the long stringy strand of spit to like drip into her
God.
mouth. And she didn't react, and he's like, I don't think she liked it very much. She said
She liked it.
she never asked for that again. But yeah, I don't know. That's one of those things that you could just so very easily comply with. Like, you might think it's weird, but also you don't lose anything from doing it. So you're like, sure, I guess.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what gets your racks off. Who am I to judge?
You want spit in your mouth? You got your own. I'll give you some more.
Here you go. Have a jar.
Also, one of the guys was saying that when he was growing up, one of his friends had gotten like a new set of channels. Like, his parents upgraded, and there was like a porn channel. There was fucking 3 guys hanging out at his house, and they all went to like different corners of the room and like hid behind furniture and all fucking jerked off in the same room while they were watching.
God.
It felt like they didn't want to look at each other, so they just like hid in their own corners.
You have to be some kind of fiend.
Because I think he said they were like 13, so it was like at the age where you probably were as much of a fiend as you were ever gonna get. Which still fucking... I remember Joey Sidzik came over one day and he was watching this anime that was like super horny. I don't even know what the fuck it was called, but I know that there was something about vampires is the only thing I really remember. But he would talk about that and just be really... To me it was just really weird. I didn't watch anime at the time either, so I was just like, oh god, I'm never gonna watch it. This is what it does to people. He's like, dude, I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna think about her. Like, Joey, don't tell me.
Joey?
I'm gonna think about her sexually.
Joey, never speak to me again.
Carnally. And that's something that our friend group just never did. We just never talked about that kind of thing. And like the guys on my podcast, they're all like big drinkers, and that's like their personality type. They're really funny to listen to, but I'm like, God, you guys talk about jerking off a lot. It's just weird to me.
Different strokes for different folks, you know what I'm saying?
Literally. Mm-hmm. Good pun. What we talk about a lot. I feel like our topics are generally the same. I mean, Damien talks about his coworkers and like general politics and stuff.
Yeah.
We have a lot of silence.
Video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a lot of silence.
Because usually just like we'll talk about the game. Well, yeah. I just mean like any time. Like, even if we're playing Hunt, you know, it's a lot of like we're just playing the game, not really talking about anything. Like right now we're playing fucking Powerwash Simulator, so it's not like the game is very mentally stimulating. So
I'd rather the game be mentally stimulating than sexually stimulating.
You don't want to play one of those visual novels that they sell on Steam?
I would play the one where you could bang Markiplier.
What about the Dead by Daylight dating simulator?
Hooked on You?
Yeah.
I'd play it.
What about
I'd whack my willy to the huntress.
Oh my
This
god.
is the fucking video game version of I Would Smash.
What about that one where you date a pigeon?
That one I don't know about.
I think it's, I forget what the first word is. It's something boyfriend, but yeah, you date a pigeon. It's a pigeon dating sim.
Pigeon's boyfriend.
No, it's like like a pseudo-Japanese word. I don't know if it's actually Japanese or not.
Day in the life of my pigeon boyfriend. I woke up as a pigeon boyfriend.
How I became a level 9,000 pigeon.
Oh my god. Every fucking isekai ever. I woke up as a
What's
vending
it?
machine.
What's it actually called? It's like help. I was reincarnated as a level 1,000 slime.
Yeah, I mean, that again, that's every isekai ever is named like that. Like, reincarnated as a vending machine. Fucking shit like that. Solo leveling being the exception, but that's kind of like a reverse isekai, where the video game world comes to him instead of the other way around. But...
There's a bunch of cows on my roof.
How?
I'm playing Fallout, Bethesda.
That does in fact explain it.
That explains it all.
Wanderer. He's a wanderer.
I was at Ben's the other day, and they had the 5th anniversary edition of Oblivion on the PS3, and it comes in a steelbook. But it's essentially just the Game of the Year edition, but with a steelbook. And I was like,
Did you buy it?
I thought about it. It wasn't in the best condition, so I was just thinking about adding it to my list on like shit to look for as I go out on the hunt for games and stuff. Just like be aware that it exists.
I've never beaten Oblivion.
I beat the story mode, and I did, what is it, the Shivering Isles, Damien, with...
Yeah, the Daedric Prince.
Yeah, Sheogorath, whatever the fuck his name is.
Sheogorath, yeah. He's cool.
I did that one. I didn't do the other expansions, but I did the main story. I did like 0 side questing, because it's really hard to go backwards to play Oblivion, and Damien duped some scrolls, and I had infinite money. So I just had no...
That makes things so no fun.
No, Damien has one goal in mind when he plays any game, and it's have more money than he knows what to do with.
I don't want to have to worry about money, ever. But I also simultaneously only worry about money, so...
I told Austin, I didn't tell you, I technically get 2 paychecks. Well, not technically, but kinda.
You want to explain it?
So I get my normal paycheck, and then I get a refund on my glasses, which will be pretty much my old Hy-Vee paycheck.
What kind of glasses you getting? God damn.
They're really nice sunglasses, and they're like safety spec. They're mirrored. Like, they're pricey. Insurance covered most of it.
Are we talking $5?
I paid like $700
I'm just kidding.
out of pocket. So I'll probably get $350 back because I bought 2 pairs.
Yeah, you guys get paid dick diddle at Hy-Vee, huh? I mean, Austin's not doing too bad anymore. They fucking gave him a
Meat
bunch of
department
raises.
nowadays, you're lucky to get a cent.
The
Well,
peons.
As I've said before, it's not even about your wage as much as it, like, the hours is way more important than the wage itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Josh is getting fucking pin dick hours, so.
No, I'd work 3 days a week, like a 6-hour shift.
So, yeah.
Give me that 18 hours, Kevin. Daddy Kevin.
Yeah,
Fucking
I mean,
okay.
the most money I've ever made in a year was when I was making $16 an hour at fucking Walmart. Because I
Yeah.
worked like 60 hours a week.
Right. Yeah, it's all about how many hours you work.
You know,
Um,
once you get that overtime.
yeah. Fucking the other, it had to have been Monday because it was at the meeting. Kyle did a Kevin impression. It was not good. It was not a good Kevin impression. And
Give me your impression of the impression.
well, just like, I don't know. It had zero of the proper elements. He didn't have the voice right. He just had the words.
He didn't have the gruff.
No, zero elements of a good Kevin impression. And all the women in the room were like, oh my god, that sounded just like him. And I was like, shut the fuck up, you know nothing of impressions.
You just want some Kyle dick.
Fucking bitches. If Joey was here, if Ian was here, if fucking Josh was here, we'd have a good impression. This ain't shit. This is nothing.
The last good Kevin impression is gone. Actually, no, Ian's still there.
Yeah. I'd say mine's pretty alright. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm on the spot, but I think I can do a pretty okay Kevin. So, but yeah, I was like, you fucking bitches. You'll say anything.
You don't say anything. It's for a little praise.
Yeah. Bunch of fuckers.
That impression was so good. No.
Kevin hasn't even been, and the reason why he did his impression is because Kevin skipped out on the meeting because apparently Peggy's car broke down. So Kyle was doing his best Kevin voice.
What? His voice was probably just like, well, Peggy. Like he probably did a Hank Hill.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty accurate as a guesstimation. Man. Also, Kevin, they aren't married, right?
No. She's just kind of Kevin's slam piece, I think.
Wow. Kevin being with a woman named Peggy, I feel like, is the only appropriate outcome for him.
It's extremely accurate, yeah. Peggy's Hank Hill's wife.
Yeah.
How about that?
No. What's the mom's name on that 70s show? Isn't it Peggy also?
I never watched that.
I've
70s
never
show.
watched it.
Like, I've seen it, but I've never, like, watched it, you know? I know Ashton Kutcher's in it. And one of the characters' name is Jackie, I think.
Yeah, it's Mila Kunis.
Isn't there
Alora
Isn't
says
a
you're
Phil-
Alora says you're right, Damien.
is there a
No.
Filbert
Yeah, Jake. I don't know who the fuck Filbert is.
or a Grungus?
Peggy and Red are Eric Foreman's parents. And then Donna is,
Wait, there's
The
a
tall
character named
redhead
Eric
chick.
Foreman.
yeah, it's the main character.
That's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure his name's Eric Foreman. Red, yeah, I think. I'm bad
That's
with names.
hilarious. One of the doctors in a house is Eric Foreman.
Josh, name all of the characters in Scooby-Doo first and last name.
Scooby-Doo.
Sorry, I was thinking too many words ahead.
Shaggy Doo, Scooby Doo, Fred Flintstone, Velma Jinkies. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't get it out. I don't know Daphne's last name.
Oh God.
Did I get any of them?
Damien, do you know?
All the characters of Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, first and last name.
Not last name, no.
Try it.
Well, Josh, I was surprised because Jinkies is Velma's catchphrase, right? But
Yeah.
her last name is Dinkley. I'm pretty sure.
Dinkley's?
No, just
Oh.
Dinkley.
Yeah. Dinkley's.
I'm pretty sure it's Daphne
Fred
Blake.
Jones.
Daphne Blake for sure. Velma Dinkley. And fucking Shaggy.
Isn't Shaggy's like real name Alphonse or some shit?
Oh fuck! I wouldn't be surprised.
Norville. Norville Rogers.
Yeah.
I like mine better.
Norville Roger.
Shaggy Doo, Scooby Doo.
Shaggy Doo.
Yeah.
Scruffy Doo.
No, there is a Scrappy Doo.
Scrappy Doo, yeah.
I thought you were just doing word association again.
I knew it was something
Dooby Doo.
close.
That's a.
Perry the Platypus.
I was gonna say that's Scooby's platypus cousin.
Dooby dooby doo ba dooby dooby doo.
Hey, John.
You guys know the Fred says fuck.
I can't reach that shit. Josh,
Like
did I send that to you, Josh?
No.
Okay, I gotta find it real quick.
Like, I'm sorry, Scoob. When they said fix, I thought they meant like fixins on a sandwich.
Raggy, where are my vesticles?
That video's timeless.
Okay, Josh, I need you to watch this as soon as I send it to you.
Okay. I gotta go to bed in 15 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
Help us with the rope. I can't reach that shit. Are y'all fucking high, man? No. Like it'd be a lot cooler if you were. I got it. What if I sit on your shoulders? That would give us the height we need to grab. The hell no. You ain't bound to put your boat on my neck. Well, if that bothers you, what if I sit on your shoulders facing forward? No. Like why the fuck are you so weird?
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Bitch, did you just offer me a dog biscuit? I can't reach that shit.
Did you watch the one that I sent you?
No, I'll do that before you go to bed. I'll see you.
I'm gonna watch it too.
Right here it says UPS, our fastest ground shipping ever. You know, what if it said our fastest and hardest boner, quickest speed for getting a boner? Alright, next guys.
Fucking stupid. What if it said our fastest boner?
Quickest, hardest boner.
I mean, the whole floor, minus the centerpiece, is one big piece. Fucking stupid.
Would you call it One Piece?
I ain't
No, it's
calling
a
you for
few.
dinner.
Oh my god.
You remember
Just
that?
gave me fucking
Yo.
flashbacks. But the guy at fucking work, he constantly makes the joke, you can call me whatever you want, but just don't call me late for dinner. Imagine hearing that fucking, like, 50 times a day.
I'd kill myself.
That's why Damien's never been closer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just kind of stopped working. Honestly, I do the bare minimum. I just look
That
at
was me for the
fucking
last week of IV.
YouTube
No,
videos all day.
that's fucking justified, though. I mean, how hard do you need to work in the fucking meat department, though? Kevin has
Really not hard at all.
Kevin has zero grasp on how difficult the work is because he's had bozos back there for how long? It's like it's really hard to judge how much your employees can get done in a day when they're all retarded.
Hey,
Are you gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong?
they're all kind of retarded.
It's your lineage that caused that. I hope you know.
No, no, no.
Just kidding. I mean, yeah, Joey worked too hard while he was there, but Ben was a bozo.
Ben was a bit of a bozo.
And now there's only Ian there to hold up the bozo legacy.
Pretty soon there's the bozo's gonna be gone. It's just gonna be straight dummies. Being a bozo at least means that you get some humor.
And no, 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 no.
You know how if you're like in England or whatever, you can be knighted by the king?
Yeah.
Can I be knighted as a jester?
Would
No.
it be knighted then? You'd be
Yeah.
gestured.
I'm pretty
Then
sure.
I can make fun of the queen.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you'd be the only one allowed to. Well, she's fucking dead, so.
Oh yeah, she's fucking dead, isn't she?
Yeah.
Old
Could-
bitch.
Wow. She's dead. She's not old anymore. She's fucking dead.
Now she's decayed. Decayed
Bony
bitch.
Fucking Jesus. Zero. There's an afterlife, and the Egyptians were right, and the royalty still get to be royalty in the afterlife. Josh is fucking boned.
God, if I have to walk through the field of reeds and they place my heart or whatever on a scale, that thing is gonna drop with all my sins.
Hey man, it'll be in
I'll
good
be tossed in the lake of sand or whatever.
I don't know. I don't remember the name of the artist whose interpretation of hell is that it's just a bunch of like, it's like body horror hell, where everything's fucking made out of human skin and.
My eyes are dicks.
Shit. Yeah, that interpretation of hell. That's where Josh is going.
I'll just say that I like the tentacles, and then they'll send me away.
Josh goes in there, he gets penetrated in 3 different places, and he just goes, "Yes, Daddy." And then
They'll send me there, and I'll become mayor in a week.
they fucking send him off again. Oh man. Well, Laura, you better not fucking clip that. I swear to Christ.
Clip that, Jack. Clip that.
Clip that.
She said she rewound to the beginning of the stream to save the original, the original of you guys being stupid. She just sent a slap.
Saying that she stores farts in jars.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone would want to clip that.
I don't know. If we ever
I
get,
clip this of making fun of me.
if she ever makes, honestly, I don't know what event needs to happen. Maybe when Damien and I celebrate our 5th wedding anniversary, she's gonna make our greatest hits hunt stream collection, and that's gonna be the funniest shit.
Oh,
Laughing
God.
at our own jokes a second time.
God.
Like leftover pizza.
You,
You know?
you should play it at my like trial for the shit that I said.
For you being, for you going to heaven or hell, we're gonna.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I have evidence.
Have evidence of him. He's just a goofy guy.
Yeah, no, he's just funny.
It's just silly.
Oliver and I have been watching Kaiju number 8, which I don't know that I'd recommend. It's all right for the time being, but our main character gets put on a squad because the leader's like, yeah, he's comic relief. He's not good at his job, but he's funny. And that's Josh in every role he's ever been in. They're like, we're gonna bring him on because he's funny.
I'll accept.
If only you got like really good with the bomb lance, and then it could be doubly funny. I thought that when Joey was like, he felt like he was swinging around a bomb lance at work.
That was funny.
That's not something you want to hear in a children's hospital.
The hunt death noise.
So do you go back to the same boiler room tomorrow, Josh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there for the next 2 months.
Jesus. Also, just a boiler room sounds so...
Well, it's more like a garage, but we're building boilers.
Yeah, I mean, again, that still just sounds so, like, horror movie environment. I'm sure it's not very spooky when it's filled with shop lighting and a bunch of fucking...
Oh, we don't
beefy
even have
dudes.
lighting. We just have a big open door.
Oh,
It just leads to the outside.
that's good. That's
Yeah,
what you
I'm sure
want.
it's nice and
I
cool.
think it's just a
in there.
maintenance area.
Yeah, I'm sure it's also super well ventilated.
Well, yeah, the door's always open.
It's like those people who are like, yeah, we're outside. There's no dust out here.
Yeah.
Inhales fucking concrete dust right into their lungs. This silica's
Uh,
not gonna go anywhere, boys.
I mean,
Oh,
Josh,
you didn't hear?
yeah, it was,
you
he
didn't hear
wasn't
me
here.
earlier.
He fucking inhaled fiberglass, so...
That was not in the boiler room. That was when I was cutting up rusty pipe.
Yeah. Shit's-
And
That
insulation.
sounds like a fucking euphemism. I don't know what it would mean.
Cutting
Old
rusty
man
pipe.
dick.
Taking rat-infested, worm-ridden dick.
Jesus.
Cutting
Also-
rusty pipe.
Also on my Also on my fucking podcast today, one of the guys was talking about this article that he read, where this woman in China found out that her husband cheated on her, so she cut his dick off, and he manages to get to the hospital and they reattach it, and she fucking cuts it off again and throws it in the street.
Why'd you give her the second chance?
I don't.
Taking hide the salami to a different level.
I don't know. I don't know how the hell she got in the hospital. Dude's recovering from his reattachment surgery, and she says, "Bye bye, penis." Nyeh. Off it
You
goes.
ever heard of Frankenwiener?
No, what?
Oh.
God, it's just never safe when I hear Josh talk.
The
You ever hear of Frankenwiener?
Imagine
No.
just walking by
guy-
a hospital and a
same
fucking
thing.
dick flies out the window.
Or like imagine
Some guy's
being
wife.
on the street and a fucking dick falls out the hospital window right in front of you, and you're like, "Well, somebody's having a bad day."
It's raining dicks out here.
It's raining men, hallelujah. Frankenwiener is a guy. Same thing happened. His wife cut his dick off, got it reattached, but then he went on to be like a porn star.
Jesus.
What a guy.
Okay, come on, atrium floor. Don't fucking make me go dust hunting. This is such a massive... Hey, oh, there we go.
Penis.
Penis! Oh, Laura, did Andrew send you that? Mm.
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed, otherwise I'm gonna be late for work again.
Again.
I was like
You've-
20 minutes late.
Oh my god, dude, you've been there for 3 days.
Well, I had to
Say-
wake up early.
Just say you dropped your pocket and you had to go find it.
I said, I was sleeping.
Ah, yes, the usual suspect. Um, Yeah. Yep.
All right. Good
Um,
night, fellas.
Adios.
Bye, Josh.
Now it's just us in the temple.
Mm-hmm. And our one spectator.
And the crowd goes mild.
No, dude, she thinks you're hilarious. She was working on her calendar yesterday, and she was putting in birthdays, and I said, don't forget, July 25th, Damien's birthday, and she said, I'm not gonna forget that shit. I remember. Mm-hmm. Austin's
Always
husband's
remember.
birthday. Put that in there.
I would like $2 million, please. Thank you. I'd like a small loan of $1 million.
I'll give you 32 cents and a lemon flavored Tic Tac. That's all I had in the cup holder in my car. She said here, take the cash register. There's too much shit. Why are there so many giant pieces in this stupid level? I need it to be broken up.
I've been basically cleaning pyramid walls this entire time.
I just fucking finished the main bit of floor, but the centerpiece is no fucking better. It's just more floor, except now there's elevation to it because it dips down in the middle. Limited Run did their announcement stream today for all of their games coming out in the coming months. Bunch of junk this time, but they are releasing the Star Wars Dark Forces remaster physically, and the re-release of Lollipop Chainsaw finally got announced, which I don't recommend you play. I would not say it's a good game, but that got rumored like fucking 5 years ago. That got announced.
I think I remember that. Whenever Dead Island first got rumored, that was like part of it too.
Mm,
The same rumor cycle.
yeah. No, Suda5 won the director behind Lollipop Chainsaw. He's been on a big re-release trend of all of his big games, so it was only a matter of time before he got to that one anyway. The thing about Lollipop Chainsaw that's weird to me is that it's gone up in value as a PS3 game. It's like a $70 PS3 game, which isn't immensely expensive. That's as much as a brand new PS5 game is, but why Lollipop Chainsaw? It's not even like a super horny game either. Like, there's a game on the PS2 called The Guy Game that has like actual titties in it. It's like a fucking quiz game. and that game's super expensive because that's like actual porn. But Lollipop Chainsaw's not even super horny. There's a trophy for looking up the main character's skirt. You know what? That's probably the last game I played with a female protagonist. Lollipop Chainsaw. But yeah, so he's a well-known director, though. Like, a lot of his games have been really big in the scenes he's in. But other than that, kind of weird.
Yeah.
But Star
Never
Wars.
heard of him.
Yeah. His games are like Killer 7. No More Heroes is him.
Heard of either of those.
Well, Killer 7 was a big thing because it was a GameCube exclusive in the era that the GameCube was struggling to find an audience. There was a whole lot of like gaming politics around it at the time, but that came out and it was like a cult hit. Critics really liked it, but people like the general public that played it thought it was really weird and stupid, and it just kind of like got bigger after that, as most cult things do. But yeah. Anyway, Star Wars Dark Forces, I have the PS1 game, and I played it. It's very much a Doom clone. Like, in the 90s, Doom clone was a term for any first-person shooter, but it's literally Doom, but Star Wars. A lot less gory, too, because they all just, like, fall over and die. They don't fall into pieces, but so, for what it is, it's pretty alright. I like Doom and I like Star Wars, so it's probably better than Star Wars Outlaws is going to be.
Probably. With Ubisoft making it.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Outlaws is just going to be The Division, but Star Wars. I guarantee it.
I think it's single player only.
Yeah.
Which I guess it could still just have the gameplay model with none of the multiplayer elements. Which
Yeah.
I think is the only thing about that game that anybody latched onto. Wasn't the setting, I can tell you that. Post-apocalyptic Washington, D.C. How interesting.
Number 15.
Fucking Ubisoft hasn't put out a good game. They had that one small Prince of Persia game that came out earlier this year that people really liked because it actually focused on something as
I mean,
opposed
as we've always said, like, Ubisoft is really good at, like, ideas,
Mm-hmm.
but they're, like, the worst to execute, you know?
I think they have like they have a good team somewhere, and then some other team probably somewhere on either the marketing side of things or like the publishing side of things, somewhere on the ass end, and
Yeah.
they're just the worst person.
I thought The Division was, like, the fucking coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did you
then it
only?
was just terribly executed.
Yeah. Well, didn't you also say you didn't like it because you had no friends to play it with at the time?
Yeah, so I couldn't really get into it at all. Because I was playing on Xbox.
Mm-hmm. I still don't understand why in the modern day we have people that are like, I only play on this console because it's better. It's like, I only play PlayStation because this is what we've always, like, well, what I've always been on. I'm not going to say...
I was always on PlayStation too. That was like the first time I played Xbox. My parents were like, let's get an Xbox where none of his friends play. I think it was just because it was like a Black Friday deal or whatever.
Mm. Was that was the Xbox One era, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I went with you when you got your PS4. We went to that game store that doesn't exist anymore. On
Yeah, I ended up
72nd
getting it
Street.
from Ben's though.
Yeah.
Is it nothing now, or did it become just a gamer still?
There's just something else there entirely.
I knew it was a game store after that, because then we went back in, and I was like, it smells like pee in here. Like, it always smelled like cat pee. They're like, oh yeah, that's our cat. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well...
I just assumed it was the fucking furniture, the random ass furniture they was always trying to sell.
Mm. In a game room, where gamers became game room, and then game room moved into Benson, and they are now dial-up games. Don't know why they changed the fucking name. I think, if I was to venture a guess, it's probably too many people thinking that you could go in there to play games, as opposed to just, it's a game store.
How many people are actually, like, interested in that around here?
Well, Gamers Oasis, the place that I got my PS2 repaired, that's what they make the majority of their business off of, is hosting tournaments.
Oh yeah.
Cause
There's like a, I think it's called Spielbound.
yeah, that's
It's like a
tabletop.
board game. Yeah.
We go there with my friend Andrew, because he loves board games. Pretty cool in there. That's the funny thing about when you go to a place that's super niche. Most of the people are pretty cool. I like board games though. Like, a lot of them are too convoluted for me to like devote the time to, especially because we don't have like a lot of friends. So I can't be like, I'm not gonna buy the fucking Bloodborne board game and be like, here, everybody come play Bloodborne with me. But I think they're fun. We go with Andrew maybe, I don't know, 3 times a year. But he got really mad. They started charging. You pay to like be there, and everything else is free, and like you can play all the games for free. It's like pay fucking like $8 for the whole day. But he got really mad. They used to have a couple of free days throughout the week, but now they charge every day. He's like, I fucking hate it here. Na, 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 atrium floor. You take fucking forever. There's too much shit here.
I know there's been like various LAN cafes here that just like they start and they go under like right away.
Yeah, I'm surprised Gamers Oasis has been there as long as it has, because Laura and I stopped in there. I guess at this point it was probably like 2 years ago, and we're like, this place fucking sucks, because they didn't have anything to buy. They have like multiple Switches and PS5s and gaming PCs set up and shit. But like as far as like a gaming store, they didn't have anything. They're quite a bit better now, but they still are nowhere near Game Room or Ben's or anything. Pop Culture Exchange, I much more enjoy going into. I'm glad that we have places like that, though. Like, Mark has nothing in Des Moines.
Because Des Moines has like 5 people in it, but yet every single fucking band goes Des Moines. What the fuck, bands?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody likes Omaha, I guess.
I guess. But then they go right to Kansas City. It's like, you could have gone one singular hour to the west. I can't everybody from fucking Des Moines drive to Omaha rather than the other way around. Huh?
Yeah.
The fucking 2 people that want to go to your concert from Des Moines. That should like outline in color. Like, why the fuck do they not go to Omaha?
Yeah.
They had no reason to.
I think since I've been following them, they had one singular tour in Omaha announced and it got canceled. And that was one that you and I were going to go to. And then they went to Lincoln. They had 2 Lincoln shows since I've been following them, and I went to one of them. The other one got canceled. That was another one that you and I were supposed to go to. and then everything else is Kansas City or fucking Des Moines. Bunch of bitches. And they're from Tulsa. So it's not like they're from some big, massive city. Is Tulsa bigger than Oklahoma City? I feel like it
I
probably
don't think
is.
so.
Really?
Thought Oklahoma City was the biggest city in Oklahoma.
I wouldn't know. Not my bag.
Oklahoma City has 700,000 people. And Tulsa. Look up Tulsa and the fucking first 20 search results are mugshots.
What? Why?
I watch a mobile mechanic guy on TikTok, and he's from Tulsa, and that's all anybody talks about in the comments is how bad Tulsa is for crime.
Really?
400,000 people in Tulsa. Yeah, they have a big drug problem in Tulsa.
Interesting. Yeah, fucking Skaggs, the vocalist, the unclean vocalist for Outlining Color, he grows weed on his farm.
Yeah, they have like a fentanyl crisis and meth and heroin and shit.
God. Well, would you rather be from Tulsa or fucking Salt Lake City? Because I honestly think I'll take Tulsa.
Like Salt Lake City over Tulsa.
Yeah, be in the fucking the heart of Mormontown.
Tulsa would be better because you can like escape to like actual places. But Salt Lake City I think would be better just to live in if you couldn't like go anywhere else. Because Salt Lake City is a blue dot and or Red Sea, and Tulsa's drug addicts. We drove through Oklahoma City to get to Dallas, and it was just kind of weird. It was like you just go straight through town on the highway.
I know, it was very, very interesting, because Laura and I went there to see Dance Gavin Dance. And yeah, it was, because it's so big, but it's also so quiet.
Yeah, there's like nothing anywhere, but there's something everywhere at the same time. It's just like a bunch of like fucking single-story buildings everywhere.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I don't know. I didn't mind it though. It was odd, but it was peaceful. I think my favorite place that Laura and I have gone is Lawrence, Kansas. It's like Omaha, but small town vibes without actually being a small town.
Yeah, I drove through there too.
It's a nice place.
You guys should go to Sioux City, South Dakota sometime. It's pretty good.
I went there to visit Mark back in my Pringle days when Megan was trying to set me up with Laura just said we were on Route 66 for like 2 miles and I shit my pants. But yeah, when Megan was trying to set me up with that girl Rachel that we used to play Among Us with, I was also just having a really bad day and you weren't in town. And I was like, I need to fucking like be around somebody. So I drove up to Sioux City, spent the day with Mark and Megan. And Rachel, for that matter. I could never date somebody named Rachel, though. That'd be too weird to me. It's like if you dated an Emma. Or fucking one of your little siblings. I think it'd be weird, and I wouldn't like it.
I also have a Rachel.
You what?
Well, my sister's name is Rachel.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I forgot it. I couldn't remember your siblings' names. I know there's an Alex.
I probably bully him too much. I call him Alexis all the time. And he gets really mad about it. They're like super indoctrinated though, going to the fucking Lutheran private school.
Mm-hmm.
My little brother, he wants to be a goddamn fucking pastor.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens.
He kind of do be acting gay though. And like that's fine and all. Like you can be feminine, but like you can't really be a pastor and be a gay.
Yeah, that's
You
kind of...
can, but it's like setting yourself up.
Yeah. Because pastors already get a bad reputation.
Yeah. And then you're gonna have both sides against you. One side will think you're a pedophile because you're a pastor, and the other side will think you're a pedophile because you're gay.
Yeah.
Do you hear about how they had a convention for Southern Baptists, and they were trying to make it like vote out women pastors,
Oh God, no.
and they almost fucking did it. They were like 20 votes off out of like I forget. There was a couple thousand votes that got put in from all the pastors.
So fucked up.
Yeah. Let's just shrink our base even more. Let's make more people hate us that previously didn't.
Yeah, let's alienate another group of people.
Why are we losing so many people? We're so godless now.
Also, give me the facts about the government and the fucking contraceptive shit that I've been hearing about.
I mean, they're gonna try and ban it. It's just one of those things. It's like, it's like they're not gonna just stop at abortion. Once they get abortion, they're gonna try and ban contraceptives too, because they think it's in the same breath that they say that abortion is a sin in the Bible. Contraceptives are too. So, but right now the Supreme Court said that you can get mifepristone through the mail, which is like it's a hormone abortion-inducing pill.
Mm-hmm.
You can still get it through the mail. That's what most women do up to like 10 weeks. So, at least for now, they can't really get rid of that. And like, I think they've ruled against the contraceptive ban in a singular case, but I don't think it was like I think it was just on the standing, not on the actual idea of contraceptive being a right or whatever. It was just like you just don't have any standing on this. Because who the hell has standing and saying that contraceptives are injuring them?
Right.
Like me saying, oh yeah, bras are injuring me because I can't see unlimited titties. That was super forgiving. Alright.
My fucking... The second piece of floor was super forgiving. The first one was not.
I had like an archway like halfway down and it finished itself. I don't fucking understand half the time with this game. I gotta go on fucking dust patrol on this pyramid wall though. There we go. 13 ballers.
I wish I could just hope for the day that all the old fogies die out of the government and things would get better. But as you said before, our generation will evolve into them.
Yeah.
Once they get into the positions of power, and then they're too fucking greedy to get rid of them.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, because right now, the concentration of wealth is so fucking crazy that, like, 5% of wealth goes to billionaires every single year
Mm-hmm.
in the United States. So in, like, 10 years, most of the wealth won't even be in the bottom 50%. It hasn't been for a long time. I think in, like, the bottom 80% is supposed to own, like, 50% of the wealth. 10 years. Kind of sad.
Can I have some of the wealth, please?
But, like, if you make over $500,000 in a year, you're top 1% by far.
I mean, yeah, but who the fuck's making $500,000 a year?
Quite a few people around here.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I mean, you can fucking live like a king around here for $500,000 a year.
Yeah, but no one wants to live in Nebraska. But that's so funny. It's every podcast I've listened to, just by chance, they've mentioned Nebraska offhandedly as like a place where nothing happens. I don't hate it here. It's fine. We at least have seasons, you know.
Because we don't really live in Nebraska, you know what I mean? Like, Omaha is Omaha, and then the rest of Nebraska is actually Nebraska.
Mm.
And, well, I guess it's like Omaha, Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, as far as stereotyping goes, but it's not like we don't live in Nebraska.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
like, culturally, we don't really live in Nebraska.
Right.
We're just
Yeah.
Omaha.
We're in a very small piece of what is,
We're like-
in reality, a very large state of nothingness.
We're like the entire population.
Hmm. Well, you know what? And in terms of popular discourse, you know, we are the top dogs. But no, I just feel like if you had like a shit ton of money, you just like wanted to go somewhere where it's not super expensive to live, you know, come here. Or like Wisconsin. Like, I
People
know-
are starting to do. That's why our housing prices are going crazy.
Mm. I hate that shit needs to fluctuate like that to adapt to changes.
Because they don't want to build anything.
You know, what the fuck is Gretna then? It's all developments, isn't it?
Yeah, but the problem with houses is like, you know, like with cars, like to get a used car, like some rich prick had to buy it first, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had to be the one to take the hit, but like houses have to constantly go up in value in people's eyes.
Mm.
So like you can never like get a new development and not like ever be like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, like, when you have a car, you know its value is going to go way down by the time you sell it.
Yeah,
But nobody wants to do that with their house.
exactly. And like houses aren't being built for like anyone other than rich people nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think you can find a new house for less than $300,000 in here in Nebraska. So you're buying older homes that were built on cheaper housing prices. That, like whenever they were built. Like there's a guy at my work right now. He just sold his house that he built in like 1979, I think, or 1989. I don't know. But he built it for $200,000 and he just sold it for $500,000.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? In terms of inflation, how much has he actually made? Because, like, obviously, if you're looking at a raw dollar amount, he more than doubled his, you know, his money. But if you look at inflation alone, He hasn't
Yeah.
really made much. He just kind of like got his money back.
Yeah, housing just usually follows inflation pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it hasn't in the last couple of years. But yeah, the best investment for long term is always gonna be the stock market. But it's different whenever with a like housing expenses in general, because you have to live somewhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's always better to like if you're gonna stay in a place for at least 5 years, it's always better to buy. You're gonna
Right.
make your money back at that point. And it's like, I don't know, just crazy that people like that. Because then they just take that money and they just blow it, you know? It doesn't transfer down to their offspring. It just gets spent on healthcare and gambling.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Depression.
I'm lucky I don't have to worry about inheritance because my entire family's broke.
I thought you said your parents are doing a lot better than they used to be.
They have a lot of income, but they spend it all.
Mm.
So, I mean, they send all my little siblings to private school. They're gonna keep doing that until they graduate high school. That's
Yeah.
like $30,000 a year, the three of them.
Jesus. And
And
for
they
what?
keep,
Like,
yeah.
are your parents hypocrites, or are they like actually religious?
No, they don't like Fremont's public schools because Fremont public schools are ass.
Fair enough, but why the fuck did you move to Fremont?
That's where they want to live. I don't fucking know.
Fucking
They keep wanting me to move there.
To,
I'm like,
for what?
I don't
So-
want to move there.
So that they can fucking use you for something?
I don't know. But it's like, even if I wanted to move there, I can't even afford a house there. All the houses there are worth more than they are here for some reason. Like, even the ones that are basically like, falling apart from like 1906, they still want 200 and some $1,000s for them. And they're like a goddamn fourplex because some asshole switched it from like a regular house to like 8 different apartments
Mm-hmm.
in the worst way possible. Lots of people are moving out there though. They built like a whole like condo neighborhood outside of the town,
Mm.
and they're trying to sell all the condos. Like it was like how Mark's condo was whenever we went there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, and they want like $250,000 for like a 2-bed condo. Makes me want to barf. I really don't have any. It's weird because like I want land, but I also don't want land to. I want to be able to build shit on my property and like I don't know, not have to move. Because like this house, if I wanted to like make more space, like if we ever have children, like I'm gonna have to move. Like there's no more room in this house.
Mm-hmm.
We're already fucking exploding.
Well, I think you
And
need
it's
less
like-
stuff.
Yeah. This house is all just tiny.
It is, yeah. But it is 3-bedroom.
This house, the 3 bedrooms are like 2 bedrooms in a regular house.
Yeah, again, fair. However, less stuff.
You just like farts.
Did we get a ladder or anything?
We got scaffolding.
Oh, Christ. How the fuck am I supposed to get this statue? Well, we washed the boat and the helicopter and the van, and they're all here. Why do we land our fucking helicopter and van over there? I guess I'm just spraying the statue down from over here. Go away! Get out! You'll just have to blast him from above. Is this us as a statue? I think it's supposed to be, because he's got a big backpack and he's wearing gloves.
Just the pressure washer temple.
Hmm.
The hell's the dirt at? Trident and him are dirty still.
Mm-hmm. I pulled out the super soaker.
Like his face, his underneath his helmet is dirty. Oh, yeah, there we go.
I think that's all of them. Cool. I think it was just before you joined the party. I was talking to Josh about James texting me. Were you here when we were talking about that? Right at the start, maybe when you got here.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I was kind of one that pushed that conversation in that direction, because you guys aren't going to get anything done talking over text." I'm like, okay, fucking whatever. He's just a little misunderstood. That shit was so funny.
I don't know. Probably the worst thing he could have suggested was meeting in person.
Yeah, I mean, it's also
Just
like
extra effort
the
on
least
both.
surprising. Yeah, and fucking, I told my mom about it at dinner, so that if and when I finally do go see him and we talk about whatever, she's not like, "What? I didn't know anything about this." But she's always on the side of texting is stupid and you should always just talk to people. That's like, if ever you're going to be able to type your thoughts out exactly as you want to, it's going to be over text. That's when you have all the time in the world to fucking say everything exactly as you want to. I crouched, oh I am. I'm stupid. Could you move the scaffolding to center? Thank you. Eh. No, as I was telling Mom, it's like I don't know what he could possibly say that would like change my mind about anything, or what the fuck I could possibly be misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Unless he pulls out.
No, I didn't mean that.
Yeah. Unless he pulls out some bullshit information that he's never brought up before, which at that rate doesn't change my opinion at all. And again, I don't know what the fuck he could say. I don't know. So unless he, like, suddenly understands me, nothing's gonna be any different than when we went into it. So,
Yeah.
is the whole exterior done? I don't know, there's a little bit over here. So, I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Which is why I fucking took 2 weeks to text him. Lol.
Yeah, it's such a weird situation.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't really ever have to happen.
Right.
But they just, or specifically Sarah, wanted it to happen, and James was happy to do it.
Yeah. And now he's either fucking discovered a conscience or... And Josh said this last time, which is one of the thoughts that we had when we were talking about it as it was happening. Kind of seems like he realized he doesn't have friends. It's like he was totally content to just like revel in his victory and like I'm right and everyone else is wrong.
Well, he was still in his honeymoon phase with Sarah,
That too.
and now he's kind of coming off of that, where he's actually needs to spend time with other people.
Mhm.
Or else it's gonna go fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
That's why you never marry somebody within the first year.
Right. And as I was telling Mom at dinner tonight, when we all met Sarah the first time, when we were all at Mark's house, we met Sarah for the first time. We had all known Alora longer than her. And fucking then they start planning on getting married. Like, Alora's been here longer, and then you pull this bullshit. Obviously, that's not what was important to him, but fucking yeah, whole thing's so weird and stupid. And my only guess as to why they got married so early, even now.
That's definitely he wanted to hit.
See, and I don't think it is though, because he's not really like that. I still think the only reasonable explanation is that he knew he needed a place to stay. He starts dating this girl, and the only way that they can live together is if they get married, because they're fucking nuts. I will never understand the people that think you need to get married before you live with somebody when you don't know somebody until you live with them. Like, you aren't... How do you know that you're going to be compatible if you don't live together first?
Yeah, it's real easy to like somebody whenever you can be away from them.
Right. Like, you don't know how they live. You don't know what it's like. Like, living with somebody is like, it's not the same thing. Just like you should have a pet with somebody before you have a kid. Like, here's your trial run on the thing that's way harder than this. And you couldn't even argue that he, was in love with her either. So how the hell would he know? Never fucking dated anybody. It's like what it always feels like the first time. Or for like the first month. I'm on team you gotta fuck up a couple times first. Obviously, I did that. But I feel like I learned something important every time I did something stupid, which is good. I don't know, I just feel like if I had never dated and I just immediately got into a relationship and I just stuck with it, I'd regret it. I know for a fact I would. I wouldn't want that to be the way that my dating life went. And I still think Mark and Megan are a good match for each other, so fucking good for them. And, like, I really like Curtis. But I feel like Rachel could have dated a little bit. Not sure she'd find any takers. But... tis the brotherly way. How old is your oldest younger sibling?
12.
12. I swear to God, they don't age very fast. Because to me, kids don't get interesting until they're teenagers and they're like actually people.
Yeah. I'm never gonna think of them as adults, though. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
The last time I had a relationship with them was whenever they were kids, so it's like, I don't know. I'm not very good at relationships, so.
Yeah. I mean, Alex isn't gonna like you because you're just his older brother who calls him Alexis, and he's gonna fucking have a complex.
Yeah. I'm a bully at heart, honestly. Like, I cannot get off of fucking with people once I figure out something they don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I just find joy in it. It's like an instinct at this point. Like, I don't even. I let my intrusive thoughts win a lot, and I have an issue with that. But yeah. I was talking to my therapist about that. I was like, how am I supposed to have a relationship with them if they don't like ever talk to me, you know? She's like, well, you gotta put in the work if you want, if you want to get whatever you want out of the relationship. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I want out of the relationship. It's like this isn't how fucking families are supposed to be.
See, and fucking, I have this argument with a lot of people in my family because they all have this very fucking stupid stance on the way that you should handle relationships. And I think you and I, the way that we talk to each other, not in like the way that we bully each other, but like the way, like if I went a couple weeks without saying shit to you, you'd be like, hey dude, what the fuck is up? Or like that day that I texted you, asked when you were going to play, and I didn't respond, and you called me the next day, and you're like, wait, you don't want to talk to me anymore? That's like the way it should be, you know? Like, I'm the guy that makes the plans, right? That's just how I am, and I'm totally cool with that. But if you don't hear from me for a while, you're going to be like, okay, so what the fuck? But then, like, Rachel and my mom are like, well, if they aren't going to put in any effort, then I'm just fucking not going to talk to them. Like, but it's not always, like, you put in effort in different ways. Everybody's different. You each have your thing. I don't know.
It's really weird because, like, I really don't have that many references to other people's families because, like, I have you and your family, and I have Andrea's family, that's about it, and obviously I have mine. And my entire family is very much hands off. Like, I'm never gonna talk to you unless you talk to me. I mean, my family doesn't like me, apparently. So that's just how I make. Not like my immediate family, like my parents and my siblings.
Yeah, your extended family.
Yeah, they just don't want anything to do with me. Like, I thought I was on good terms with most of them, but I've just never heard anything from any of them. So, and it's just like, and then I see like your guys' families. Like, Andrea's family's constantly talking, they're constantly over each other's houses, like, they're constantly showing up at our house all the time. And, like, I'm fine with them, so I don't care if they come over. But it's like, I have no idea what a family is supposed to look like because I spent most of my childhood, like, alone. So, like,
yeah, and
I'm just used to being alone, so.
Yeah, no, and
really
Andrea's
weird.
family's, like, polar opposite of... Because, not to be racist, but, like, they have big families as,
as Hispanics do.
Yeah. I was trying to think of what term I was supposed to use. Them Mexicans.
Those dang Mexicans and their happy families.
But yeah, so they tend to, like, have big families, and they're all, like, tightly knit and whatever. But then you have, like, you and I, whose families are, like, especially disconnected, like, beyond the norm. And,
But it seems like everybody, like, still talks to, like, their parents all the time, and, like, I don't know. My parents most likely have ADHD, just like it makes sense. But, fuck, I don't know how I'm supposed to handle a relationship if I never had to, like, I don't know. Like, you and Andre are, like, the only people who show interest in my life.
Yeah, no, I mean, because we fell off with our friends from high school, the majority of them, and Mark's not very invasive, and he's also got like his own shit going on now, which everyone would tell you that that was bound to happen anyway. Like that's just an inevitability of like the way that people's lives go. At least in the standard format. Like I fucking obviously I don't want kids. Like I vehemently do not want kids. That is the last thing I want. But like the idea that you have kids and then just stop fucking being a person? Why? What's the point? What'd you live your life up to this point for? To have kids? Like, yeah, obviously that's what they would say. They're like, yeah, you're fucking passing on your shit. You're giving them a good life. But then what? Like, to what end, man? Because, like, Mark's not gonna drop off the earth. He's not gonna stop talking to me. But he has a kid now, and they're gonna have more. And they're just, like, not gonna be people. They're just gonna be parents. And I know if you had kids, it's not like you'd drop off the planet either. I just don't know for what fucking purpose. Probably comes from my upbringing of my mom had kids so that we could, like, be her entertainment. But
Yeah. I don't know.
just like you stop having friends, you stop having hobbies, you spend all your money on your kids. Ugh. Yes? I did read it. We're having a conversation that has nothing to do with army disqualifications.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'll read it right now since you're on the phone.
Okay.
Laura wants me to tell you that to be disqualified from the army, you could get braces, have an astigmatism, cut off both of your balls, be depressed, be anxious, be retarded, shrink to under 5 foot or grow to over 6'8", get titties but also have a penis, get an organ transplant, be pregnant, be into fucking people in their sleep, or die.
Nice.
He said nice.
I think that the missing both your testicles is the way to, like, be disqualified from the army. I think that shit is fucking hilarious.
Uh-huh.
There's also being gay, but that's kind of hard to prove unless you get married to Damien.
We are married.
Like, if you guys both want to get out of it, like, fucking get married.
We are married.
Not a thing anymore.
Legally.
Damien, you have the marriage certificate, right?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Don't tell Andrea, she'll flip.
Okay, I love you, goodbye.
I love you too, bye.
Sounds like a Facebook meme.
Like, she can hear our conversation, little poop. Has nothing to do with army disqualifications. Gotta call me and tell me to look at that. Smelly. I don't know. I had that conversation. Well, I think it was Lindsay or Laura and I on an anime night. We were fucking having an existential crisis because we had just finished watching a show that was like really depressing. And Lindsay was talking about her outlook on like the purpose of life, and she just doesn't understand why people exist in any capacity. And she's like, if there is an afterlife, what the hell's the point in that? Like, what do? You just party forever? And I'm not going to get into the afterlife because then I'm going to have a fucking meltdown, but like, what do you do? Like, why are we here? I'm not going to get into like the philosophical stance on it, but how do you spend your life? You know? And it sucks. Like, I was actually thinking about this earlier. What'd you say?
Depressed.
Yeah, depressed. That is how it go. I was thinking about this earlier because I drove past that spot by the park where that kid wrapped himself around the tree. And like, especially if you die young in the modern day, you spend your entire fucking life going to school. Like, you die at 18. Your entire life has been going to school.
It's just prep for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you haven't done shit. It's like I've also thought about when I watch like a fucking like an action movie, like a Marvel or a Transformers in particular always comes to mind when those like dumb doinky soldiers get fucked up by the big bad. It's like that guy spent 18 years of his life in school, joined the military, trained for however long, and he just got turned to paste by a fucking intergalactic robot demon. Like that, what a waste! What a waste! That guy didn't get to do anything fun. I'm not saying life should be all fun all the time, when you're just partying all the time. But I don't know what it is. What do you do? Spend time with people, I guess. Humans are social by nature. That's got to be so weird. Like the people who literally can't stand being around other people. What do they think the purpose of life is?
Whatever they do alone.
Yeah, like, oh, the purpose of life is reading this book. Really? You were born to do that? All the years of evolution led you to this? Obviously, biologically speaking, our purpose is to reproduce and pass on our genes. That's lame. What's the point in having a long life, then? Like, why do we evolve to live so long?
We didn't.
We
We're
just
artificially extending our lifespans.
well, we did stop dying to other dumb things.
Yeah.
We evolved in a way, not biologically,
I mean,
but in like a
people always lived a long time. It's just lifespan's only increasing. Well, it's decreasing now, but it was only ever increasing because of reduced infant mortality rates. Like fucking Benjamin Franklin died like what 80 something. Like
Yeah.
there was 100-year-old people in the 1700s, the same way there is now.
well,
It's just
they also just got
like-
lucky,
fucking 8 out of 10 kids died.
right? But again, that's also them getting lucky because there was a lot of just like preventable diseases killing people off.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
just
think like 50% of a generation dies by the time they reach like 80 something.
Yeah.
So, and like if you live past like 82, I think you're more likely to live till 90. That's like your new average lifespan or whatever. But yeah. I don't think I want to live that long.
I don't know.
I want to live until my quality of life is terrible, and then I
Oh.
want to die.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I'm terrified of death. That's still my number one fear. So I don't plan on going anytime soon. But yeah, it just seems weird that again, biologically speaking, if all we were meant to do is reproduce, then why don't we die at like 20? You know, like your body's ready for it. You fucking pop out a kid and off you go. I wonder what the world would be like if we only lived at 20.
Well, it wouldn't be run by fucking
Ancient
boomers. Yeah.
Ancient fuckers.
It'd probably be a lot more greedy.
Bit more free for all.
Yeah.
A lot less would get done, I tell you that. Technology wouldn't be nearly as far.
Yeah.
Because most, like, super successful people are over the age of 20, so... Well over the age of 20 at that.
And lots of scientists don't make their like breakthroughs until they're like 40 something.
Right, because it takes like fucking 15 years of research. Yeah, we wouldn't have much. Who knows? Maybe we would. Maybe it'd just be a lot of passing shit on. But then you'd still have to spend a lot of time in school. So.
Yeah.
And you'd still be wasting it.
I wonder if we'll ever have like a thing where you just like upload all of school into your brain.
Hmm.
You gotta pay for the fucking the software to unlock the whatever fucking career path you want.
Mm-hmm.
Only the rich can afford it. It's sad, but funny.
Yeah. No, it's also weird because I was talking about the whole aviation thing to one of my coworkers today, and I was telling him how like there's a shortage of pilots, and now I know why because it's so fucking expensive. Um, but like no rich person wants to get into that because that's like not a very rich person career because you can't like exploit it. It's just like the work is the work.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's like super passionate people get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like they already have people in the industry that they're related to.
Right. So it's like, what would the rich people be doing without the not rich people? And like how many other jobs are like that? Like I only know about this one because I'm interested in it. It's like, oh, we can't find, because like you don't need to be rich to be like a truck driver. We can't find fucking truck drivers, but that's not a glamorous job.
Medical school.
Yeah, that's another one. Can't find nurses because nobody can fucking afford to be a nurse.
And there's lots of people becoming nurses. It's just people drop out really fast from nursing.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, because
I
all
mean,
of
one, it's a lot of women doing it. So like obviously, lots of women decide to like have children and then they
Right.
want to stay home, which is justified. And then it's just like it's also still manual labor. Like
I
they're the
mean,
ones moving the patients and shit,
yeah, I
and having
would.
to do all that.
Yeah, I think it's all. I think with nursing in particular, the fucking it's a feminine job stereotype is kind of fucking it up.
Yeah, that too.
Because,
And
like
then,
you
like
said,
they also just see like lots of people die.
right? Yeah, exactly. But it's like you get in like the emotionally cold macho men into that industry. They aren't going to have any trouble moving patients around, and they aren't going to have any trouble watching people die. Fucking, it sounds like a perfect job.
Yeah, it's just yeah, like you said, it's just it's not a, it's a pink collar job
Mm-hmm.
traditionally. But yeah, there's guys going into it. Like there's male CNAs and shit too.
Right.
At the
There's
hospital.
It's a lot. I feel like it's a lot better than it used to be. Well, to be fair, it used to be an exclusively male job, and then it stopped, and now it's going back to like being a bit more even-handed. But
You can be a nurse.
fuck that. That is a job for somebody, and that somebody is not me. What of central opening can you see down there? Is it like the undersides of all of these things that I'm hitting?
Yeah, it was like a singular strip. Just like that. You see like that bottom blue strip?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the bottom of that.
Mm.
Just,
Wow.
oh, that's
Yeah.
it goes over to another.
Yeah, it's all clean up here, so. Oh man, my neck.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about it too, like careers and shit. Like I don't really know what I want to do anymore because apparently everybody wants to do what I wanted to do.
Mm.
So I don't think I'll ever be able to get a job because I can't take an internship because I've kind of shoehorned myself into needing a job at all times.
Well, I mean, how much supporting Andrea have you done?
Not as much as I used to.
Yeah, not as much as you used to, but like, shouldn't she be in the position now to support you through that?
Yeah, but our bills are a lot more than they used to be, so.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think, like, I trust Andrea, but I would never want to be in a position where I'm relying on someone else for financial anything, just because my parents basically just held it over my head the entire time. So
Mm,
I just get anxious if I can't provide for myself. So
right.
I wish I could have just gotten college done and over with before I took on buying a house. Like, technically, my house was like a good investment on paper, but like it stopped me from doing so many different things that I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel there's a timeline out there where you and I went to college together, and we both finished.
Yeah, we both should have just gone to UNO. We'd be done and have careers and shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be Mark, but
Yeah.
not having a kid and
Yeah.
probably not married. Still,
Yeah.
But-
No, and I don't know. Mark's a special case of he's doing exactly what he wanted to do because his thoughts on the concept weren't very complicated to begin with. Um, like he wanted to go into an industry that paid well and was easy work and was like something that he wouldn't hate doing, which is what everybody should do. But he just had an easy answer to it, which is like, I'm good at math. I'm going to do accounting. Accounting pays well, and the work is easy. You put numbers into a spreadsheet.
That's another thing. People, they need CPAs, but getting your CPA license is so fucking expensive. Like, I think it's like $10,000 to get the license. And if you want to get like your fucking brokerage, like to be able to like trade stocks for people and shit,
Mm-hmm.
that's like, to get all of them, it's like 50-some thousand dollars. Stupid.
Yeah. Can't make money till you spend a bunch of money.
Yeah. The more that I worked around like people with small businesses and shit, the more I realized that like if you actually ever want to make any money in your life, you have to start your own business. Because with how shit's set up nowadays, like the people who are actually making any money are the people who own the business.
Yeah.
So, but like I don't even know what I'd want to do if I started a business.
Yeah, well, fucking, Mom was just telling me at dinner, one of the guys that she works with, his son owns a fucking curb repairing business. Like, he took some classes on, like, small business ownership, graduated, and then fucking bought all the equipment to repair curbs. And I was like, who the hell pays him? The city? Because apparently they don't live in Omaha. It's like some small town. But yeah, she was like, yeah, he's just like a contractor for the city. Jesus. I don't know that I envy him. It doesn't sound very fun, but whatever fucking works, I guess.
You're your own boss.
Yeah. And his dad was like, maybe I should quit and go work for my son. Like, honestly, it probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world.
Yeah, I've thought about like just going and doing like handyman shit, but I don't
Then they'd catch you sitting there on the air conditioner watching a YouTube video.
know. Yeah. What else am I supposed to do?
Be experienced? Not me. I went to YouTube University.
I really think if I was better at programming and we made a video game, it would take off. But fuck if I know what I want to do.
I'd be your
That's
John,
actually achievable.
yeah, I'd be your John Romero to your John Carmack. Sorry, you don't know the Doom history.
No.
John Romero and John Carmack are the guys that made Doom. And after Doom, in Doom 2, they split up. John Romero went and made a really shitty game called Daikatana, and John Carmack made Quake, which was like Doom but with none of the life in it, because Carmack was really good at the programming side of things. He's the reason why Doom was so successful, because first-person shooters weren't a thing, at least not the way that they made Doom work. And John Romero was the ideas guy. Like, he had really good ideas. John Carmack was really dry and boring and did all the hard work. But they balanced each other out, and when they both split up, shit just didn't work anymore.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's like Quake's pretty successful though.
Yeah, well, that was continuing from the same studio that made Doom. So they had the resources to make a game that was fucking functional. And John Romero's not, like, unsuccessful now. He just made, like, a really shit game, and then people were like, he's fucking too full of himself. I actually, by chance, ran into his Instagram page yesterday. He found a couple of Doom belt buckles in his attic, and was selling them on his website for £150.
Good guy. Probably worth more than $150 though.
I mean,
Idiot will buy him.
I told Ian about that, because Ian loves Doom, and he's like, dude, that's awesome. Like, would you wear a fucking Doom belt buckle, though? Who the hell's wearing a belt buckle? Especially a Doom one.
I think plenty of people will just wear a belt buckle because it's a Doom belt buckle.
I like Doom. I'm not wearing a Doom belt buckle. Fucking dumb.
You wear your Doom belt buckle with your Doom necktie. And your Doom spurs.
Thought about killing myself.
That reminds me of so you know how Eric Trump is? One of Donald Trump's fucking dumbass sons.
Okay.
He tried to like make like a I'm a blue collar worker video, you know?
Mhm.
And he went out to a field and he was like working in the soil, like trying to dig a hole. And like taking like little tiny shovelfuls of dirt.
Mhm.
Like he'd never touched a shovel in his goddamn life.
Mhm.
And he was wearing like a fucking quarter zip white sweatshirt and like white pants
Oh
with
my
like loafers
God.
on out in a fucking farm field. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? He was trying so hard to like, yeah.
Oof.
It's like, yeah. It's whenever you like you see someone who's like never done a thing before. Like if you like gave like an Asian person like a fork or something and they just use chopsticks their entire life, they'd be
Mhm.
like I know how to use my hands, but I don't know how to use this fucking tool.
Mhm.
Or like watching a person swing a hammer for the first time.
Nani?
Like they're gonna look like absolute idiots.
Mhm.
And that's what he did.
Oofy, ouchie, oofy.
And on that kind of that same tone, there was this Republican bullshit Twitter poster that was like, guess who's gonna lower our rent? President Trump, because he stands for renters. And everybody's like, he's literally a landlord. Like that, it was his job, was being a landlord. And he's gonna fucking stand for renters. Just- People try to be so many things they aren't. Where they could just say, hey, I'm a rich prick. Please vote for me. And then they would probably do it.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure if you could target your audience, like send a specific message to a specific subset of people, you could just say one single thing and they'd be on board. Like you could target the redneck men and be like, I hate women. And they'd be like, fuck yeah, dude, me too, and vote for him.
Yeah. It's probably just my tism speaking, but I've always thought that. Like, that's always been my working theory. Like, you could get someone to do anything if you just said the right words to them. You know? If you just had the right conversation with them, you could literally get someone to do anything.
Yeah.
I told my therapist about that, and she basically acted like I was fucking stupid. I was like, oh, wow, thanks. She's like, that's kind of unrealistic. I'm like, it's not. It's not!
He's pulling out his fucking conspiracy theorist voice.
There's... Someone could say something to you to get you to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it might take more than one conversation, but literally just words can get you to do anything.
Yeah, everybody has their price.
But I will never be that person that... I just can't convince people to do anything. I don't know. Like, I'm not a very... I don't know, persuasive person, so...
Yeah. Got that low charisma stat.
Yeah. I think it's just 'cause I talk like I'm fucking stupid.
You are fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, I talk like it too. Goes on my cards right away. This shit done?
They have the upper wall.
Yeah, just that second one.
Oh, wait. There's something out here. This wall. Come help me spray. Nice.
Oh, there's figurehead too. Fucker. Also, another thing that's like always like puzzled me about people is just like how they say, "Oh yeah, I have to drink and do this because I'm trying to escape." Like, I've never just like had the urge to like escape.
Yeah, me neither.
I just like fucking dwell. I'm the opposite of escaping. I just fucking stew and ruminate.
Mm-hmm.
get pissy about it. Then I just get over it. I think that just comes from a lot of people who like had the option to escape their problems as like children.
I think you also just have to want to. It's not just that the availability. Because I could have drank my whole life, but I never wanted to.
Yeah.
Things are probably also much worse for people. I think you and I have been very apathetic for a very long time.
That's true.
I think hopelessness is a big motivator for people who want to escape, and once you get past that, and I don't even think you and I were like that traumatized. I think we just very quickly went to the I really don't care phase. Like, your childhood was way more fucked up than mine was, don't get me wrong. But I also think that, like, there's way worse shit out there. And
I think that there's people who went through a lot less than we did.
yeah.
And act like they just fucking fought in Nam.
Yeah, no, I think it goes both ways. Like, you and I moved to I don't give a fuck really fast with relatively little going on, and other people had even less going on and still fucking didn't just give up. What's worse?
Yeah. The thing I always think about whenever I think about how like people with seemingly like no problems always like take it like way too far. Reed Adler, like his death, never understood. Like I get it, like my life is ending, my nudes are gonna go out, but like his life was so easy. Like he was popular, he was good at sports, the girls liked him. His dad was the fucking superintendent, so like you knew he was set up for life.
See, and that's what they always say when some shit like that happens. Is they're like, why would he do this? And everyone's like, oh, there was probably more going on. But it's also, everyone just has their limit, you know? And, you know, you always wish that people would just take like an extra 5 minutes to think about shit like that. And I always just think about, his name was Ian, right?
Yeah.
Kid that died the same year.
Yeah, no one gave a
And no one
single
gave
fuck.
a fuck.
Except Miss Christie.
Yeah. And it's so fucked up. Because he was the kind where his life wasn't all there. Like, he had a disability. And, like, zero friends. He had a disability on top of a disability by only knowing Filipino sign language. Like, ugh, God. Makes me so sad. And, like, did I put in the effort to get to know the guy? No, I didn't. But,
Because how could we, you know?
right. Like, yeah, that's
we
a
had
massive
literally no
wall.
way to fucking communicate with the guy.
Right. I mean, we have modern technology. Is the onus on us to use the modern technology to befriend him? I guess you could make that argument.
Yeah.
But the fact that nobody cared, it's the stark contrast between the two that happened the same year that just fucks me up.
Yeah.
I could still fucking slug somebody over that. I will probably be pissed off about that forever.
Felt exactly the same way on that one. And like, yeah, just like the way the whole school even was, like even the administrators and everything, just like brushed Ian's suicide underneath the rug. But then all of a sudden it was like, if you need help, come to the guidance counselor as much as you need.
Right, and we still have that fucking hashtag, dude.
Yeah.
It's still on stickers on cars. it's still fucking everywhere. I'm not saying it's a bad message. I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just saying he got so much, and Ian got fucking nothing. Ugh. God, I could... Ugh.
And he wasn't even fucking bullied.
No,
Like,
no, but
That's
that...
not even bullying. That's just fucking... That's like light blackmail. Like,
Right.
not even that. Just like, I don't... That's just a life event that you fucked up. That's your
Mhm.
consequence. Just so fucking weird.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, why the fuck did he even have a gun? Like, you should have access to a gun as a high schooler.
Right.
Just at any, like, you should be able to use a gun, like, whenever you're at, like, a shooting range or hunting or something, but not like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, I'm in my room, ready to kill myself, I have a gun that my parents gave me.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking irresponsible dad.
Yeah. And I think the problem is less trusting your kid at that age and more kids could fucking do anything at that point in time.
Yeah, he
Like-
could have done it by fucking accident.
Right.
In the
And,
same
like-
breath.
Right. Just because kids are changing so much in middle school, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, what dumb thing did you do in middle school? Yeah. I mean, like, your life was pretty tame in that respect.
Yeah.
You weren't fucking
Hung out with Solomon Zook.
Yeah. Hey, at least he didn't blow you, right? Fucking. He's like, I'm
Goddamn.
straight, but I'll blow Lance Culver.
What the fuck?
I think it was the other way around. I think Lance blew
Yeah.
Solomon,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
which is
Solomon Zook was like, it was the same thing as Jared Urbach, but less popular. Just fucking horny for anything. That was warm.
Yeah, I forgot about that. God, when fucking people were saying Jared was gay, that was weird. I think I told you this before, but in middle school I thought I didn't like gay people, but it turns out I just didn't like Lance Culver. Yeah, I fucking
Yeah?
could not stand him.
You say that a lot.
Yeah. No, because I think about it a lot. Because I fucking told Rachel that. And I was like, I had beef. Nope, I just hated him. Because gay people are just people. Doesn't matter who they like. Lance Culver. It does matter who he likes. It was Damien. Rippy dippy, rippy dippy.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been a logical person. There was one time where he was talking about suicide and shit like that, and oh, my life is so bad because I'm gay, and I was like, well, I don't remember exactly what I told him, but I basically told him like, you're fucking stupid, like, you need to stop caring what other people think, and apparently they just fucking
Oh, yeah, that was probably
talked him down from the edge.
Yeah, that was probably very endearing to him.
Yeah. But like, I've never been like, my family is super like judgmental and probably racist and fucking discriminatory against like every single group
Mm-hmm.
possible, except for themselves, but even themselves
Ah,
too. But
I've McFallen.
I'm just like, I've just never been that way, because there's no point in fucking hating. Like, I hate people, but like, I don't hate people just because of who they are. I hate people because of the way they are. So it's just like, I don't know. It is what it is.
Mm.
Yeah, that'll probably do it. If someone talked me out of suicide, I might have gotten a boner too.
Well, I remember you telling me that, like, you were more endeared to Haley Coleman in high school because she was nice to you while you were fat, and that meant a lot to you, even though she was
Yeah.
like really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, Damien, come on.
Yeah. That's why I had a crush on Claire for a long time, is because she was nice to me whenever I was fat.
Mm. I ever tell you? I feel like I probably have. The very first interaction I ever had with Claire Yeager.
Yeah, I think you told me, but I don't remember.
I was
exactly.
at one of the football games when I was in middle school to see Rachel play in the marching band, and I was drinking out of a water bottle, and she was standing in front of me, and she fucking smacked the bottle so it would like dump in my face. And then she's like, "Oh shit, you're not who I thought you were." She didn't apologize though. And that was it. That was my interaction with Claire Yeager, the very first one. I was aware of her just because, you know, you and I tended to know people in school, even if we didn't talk to them. So like I knew who Claire Yeager was, but she did that, and I was like, did I get flirted with?
Yeah, I did like a summer school in between 6th and 7th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and her and Anna and Ryan were in my summer school class, and they were just, I don't know, they were super nice to me,
Yeah.
and I was like,
I never had any beef with Anna Ryan.
I don't know, she's just weird. Weird person. It was funny watching Claire and Taylor Skiles have fucking beef all the time though.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird dynamic. I think they were
Yeah.
trying to fill the same fucking role
But
in
with
school.
two completely different personality types.
Yeah, so they just didn't like each other because of that.
Mm.
Oh fuck. It's still dirty.
It's not. We have a gem.
Viridian? I think it's at the very top.
Shit, I went up there. I didn't see no gem. Probably is up there though. Oh, there it is.
Found it.
It didn't exist. There's an airplane. Ah! I got all wibby jibby there for a second.
Yeah.
Did you get wibby jibby?
Yeah.
Okay, what's happening? Volcano? UFO? Oh.
Good toe.
So, they just shot a plane down.
Where? Is this the start of the forest?
That's what I was about to say. Dick. Is that it? That's all we get as far as story goes? And we're at 99% again. Oh, never mind. Hitting the options button puts on our thingamajig. Everything's inside. We did the outside too fast. Are these the credits? Are the credits crashed? I don't know. Anyway, let's do a bonus job. Let's do the food truck. Why is starting this one gonna end the multiplayer session?
I already got kicked out.
I know, it fucking told me that starting a bonus job would end the multiplayer session. Wait, what time is it? Oh, fuck. We got like 20 minutes. Think we can get the food truck done in 20 minutes? It's not very intense, I don't think.
I can use the fucking shit now.
Woo! You can probably get this done. Another comment on James. As much as he and I were friends for so long, and this isn't very surprising, but we never engaged in like very deep conversations. Like even the conversation that we just had, he and I we just never talked like that. Mostly because he just didn't have emotional thoughts on things. So it'd be too hard to get him into a conversation like that. So it's like I was just thinking a second ago, don't know why I remembered this, but I remember he had a dream once in elementary school that somehow incorporated the quote turbo blaster. And we referenced that a lot as kids growing up. But I think about that, and it's like, yeah, that's like a memory that I have with James. But that's not that time Damien and I stayed up till 5 o'clock while I was trying to get a trophy on Far Cry 5, just talking about fucking whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It's not the same shit.
Andrea asked me one time, like, if I was friends with James. I'm like, not really, because I don't really, like, I never even had I've never had an actual conversation with James. Like, I've talked to James,
Mm-hmm.
but I think a lot of people are probably feel the same way about him. Like, he doesn't have conversations with people, he just, like, talks to people.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck, grill. Piece of shit.
I can't get more under the truck than this game. Thank you. Yeah, I'll let you get that tire.
Fucking tires are impossible to clean.
Oh, bunch of bitches. Yeah, but also I think I've had deep talk with Mark though. I was gonna say I don't really do that with Mark either, but I guess I've had more of it with Mark than fucking James. And I'm sure I'm mostly saying it to like make myself feel better about the way that things are. But I don't know. I don't think this was on me.
Yeah. Remember when Jake would always say how he broke therapists all the time?
Mm-hmm. And was like really proud of it.
Yeah. Like, no, the therapist just didn't want to fucking deal with you.
Yeah, it's because some people don't want to be helped, and I think he was one of them.
I think he was happy knowing that he could resist help,
Yeah.
but it made him more interesting as a person in his own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird... We met a lot of weird individuals in school.
and Jake was like your bestest buddy for a while.
Yeah. We'd probably still be friends if he wasn't fucking so into drugs all the time. Like, it's just, like, I'll partake in some drugs every once in a while, but, like, fuck. Do I want to do it every single day? No, I don't. Do I want to spend my entire paycheck on drugs? No, I don't. That's all he did. That's all I ever wanted to do. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, I think he was one of the escapist types, you know?
Yeah.
We were just talking about.
Well, his was more, I'm rebelling against my mom because my mom is super anti-drugs, so now I do drugs. That's my entire fucking personality.
Yeah.
A weird guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, his narcissism came out pretty good too. I just, like, I don't know. Like, you're the strong personality in our relationship, and that's how most of my friendships have ever been, is like, there's a strong personality, and then there's me. But I don't really care what the fuck happens. I just am here. And I've kind of got myself into a lot of bad relationships because of that.
No kidding.
Yeah. Like Solomon. And fucking Nathan Gray I was friends with forever. Not forever. Like a few years because of that.
Nathan Gray? You mean Andy Gray?
Nathan... What the fuck was his name? I was thinking of Andy Gray, but Nathan... God, I forget his name. He moved away our freshman year of high school. Nathan? What the fuck is his name? I forget his name. He went to my elementary school, though. Middle school with us. He had a twin sister.
Oh, Jesus. Not a clue.
Started with an H, but he had a fucked up personality. He had like a lot of issues and was constantly getting in trouble with teachers. Like, he was the type of kid who was like tell like a teacher that she was a bitch and shit. But I'm just not very good at making friends, so like,
Yeah, I'm not either. I think
if we hadn't sat next to each other in chemistry class, we probably wouldn't have been as good of friends as we are.
Right.
Or even friends at all, just because I don't take initiative on relationships.
I don't either, because I'm too scared of rejection. Like, I think I'm the brand of introvert that has to be adopted by an extrovert for anything to ever happen.
Yeah. Which is weird how yeah, we're just kind of, in a lot of ways our personality is the same.
Right, I think
and that's one of them.
Our relationship exists the way that it does by virtue of us being in school together and being in class together. And I think you're right. If it wasn't the case, we probably wouldn't have become friends the way that we did. It was just us being around each other and like trying to fill the silence.
Yeah.
I think I was extroverted enough to be able to start a conversation with you. Because you wouldn't have been the one to do it. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. And like every other friend I've ever made, like I couldn't tell you how. Like I usually only have one friend at a time that I actually hang out with. It's been my entire life. Even whenever like I was in Sierra Bluffs, like there was fucking 14 people in my class. Like, all the guys hung out together, but, like, I always just had one friend that I hung out with. And it was just, like, I couldn't tell you how, like, I started that relationship. Because, like you said, most of the time it's just, like, an extrovert fucking finds you. And they're like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Like, you say something funny one time, and they're like, yo. Nice. Because I think I've usually, and the way that I am at work is kind of the way that you're describing. I usually only ever have one friend at work at a time. Like, when I first started in Frozen, my only friend was the health market manager, Anne, and then she left, and then by chance, one of the guys that I worked with up front, Logan, he moved to the scanning office, so then he was working during the days, and he was my friend at work. And then he left, and now my only friend at work is Mia at Starbucks, who's the store director's daughter. But they're never like outside of work friends, and I don't know how to make that jump either. Like, I was talking to Laura about that. It's like, I don't know how. Like, obviously, all you do is you fucking ask, right? Like, it's as simple as that. You want to hang out with them, you fucking hang out with them. I can't ask. Just like my friend Logan, he texted me. He's like, "Hey, I started my job at Blue Cross and Blue Shield." I'm like, "Hey, congrats, dude." And I know that he would not turn me down if I said, "Hey, you want to go to lunch?" or like fucking something. I can't, because we haven't done that before. How do I make that jump? Because you and I were just talking not that long ago about just like making friends in general. And the only reason why Mia and I are friends at work now is because she talks to me. And like now I've talked to her enough that I'm like not fucking terrified of having a conversation with her. So. But it wasn't my actions initially. I just wanted me my cheap hot chocolate. Go away, ladder. I can't see. What's all the hullabaloo? Friends are weird, and that's why I don't have any. Burger bun. Burger sauce.
Fucking griddle's rusty as shit. Yeah, friends are weird, and I'm really good at fucking destroying relationships. Like a superpower.
Bumpers. I got the rear bumper, so front bumper. Windscreen. Front wheel arches.
Not care.
Truck body rear and skylight. Tap and the sign backdrop. I still don't know what the fuck I'm missing on. I'm trying so hard. The sign backdrop is the volcano. It's being a whore. Thanks. Okay.
You can figure out the ingredient unit. It's right behind you. Maybe it's this. Oh, I think it's this.
That's the ingredient tray. The ingredient unit is...
Yeah, it's like, it's right here. In between the... There we go. There's like a little ledge that's like in between that thing
Service counter hinges and service door hinges.
and burger fillings.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking get the burger shit to happen, so...
Oh.
Yeah, no, the burger's not done at all. I didn't do any of that. Interior door. It's too hard to fucking maneuver around the damn thing. Bottom bun. Hooray!
Nice work, Johnson. Before our deadline too.
Holy schmoly.
Professionals, through and through.
Oogada boogada boogada. Alright. Well, now I need to do 4 more challenges. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'll probably see what the trophy guide says are the easiest ones.
I have to complete the campaign still.
How many more levels do you have?
Everything after the... I'm on the subway job.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wait a bit. I can do that while you're doing your DLCs.
You're not gonna do the DLCs with me?
I'm not spending $24 on that shit.
I was gonna space them out.
I might buy the SpongeBob one. Fucking Warhammer though. Look at that.
I mean, it's all the same, really. Back
Might
to the...
buy it if I love you.
I'll probably just buy it for you.
Depends on how a relationship's going at the time, you know.
Fuck off.
How the sex life is.
I'm gonna take a... I'm probably, space them out, like I said. Not get super burned. I mean, this game is pretty chill, so kind of hard to get burned
Yeah.
out. I think the challenge mode's gonna piss me off, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Let me see.
I know, that's how it's gonna be for me right now.
I'm gonna see what it says. Are the easiest ones? Time transfer tries. Two types of challenge levels, yeah. Vehicles are shorter to complete, so take less time. But because of that, have a smaller margin for error and accuracy. The building levels are longer, a bit more wiggle room for not doing things perfectly, but they also take a longer time. Don't use the auto wash setting. Thanks for telling me that there used to be an exploit, but it never existed on PlayStation. How useful. It doesn't really have any recommendations, but if you said that you almost got the van done,
Yeah, I have a silver on the van for
Yeah.
water and for time.
Oh, well, damn. I'll
But the
probably.
gold is fucking hard to get.
Yeah, I mean, the gold was fucking hard to get on the dirt bike too. But if I can get both the water and the time on the van, I'll probably
Yeah,
just
the
I'll
the
probably just try
van's
to
like a
do.
3 minute, 3.5 minute.
Then I'll probably try to do like the golf cart. If I could just do van, dirt bike, golf cart, and like motorbike and sidecar, and some combination of water and time on those, then I'll be fine. I just don't want to have to do any of the buildings. Because as much as the trophy guide says that there's less, like they aren't as tough, I don't want to do the entire back garden in a time trial. Or the entire bungalow in a time trial.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have to, because like fucking, you waste 3 minutes, you're like, oh damn, you just restart. Like that's 3 minutes. That's no big deal. What's the time on golf cart? Minute 45. Motorbike is 3:15. Motorbike and sidecar, that is. Oh well, I don't think it'll be that bad. Okay, bud, I gotta go to bed.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything tomorrow. You're usually busy on Fridays, so.
Yeah. I'll
All
see
right.
you Saturday.
Bye.